Now we have the Civics Club, and Mrs. Clark will be presenting with the Civics Club. They're going to be going into Boston tomorrow.
Yes, this is our 6th year that we're going into the State House to participate in Project Citizen. It's a comprehensive project that the students, all student-driven, and the students pick the topic and they do all the work. So we have our portfolio that we're still tweaking as we speak, but we have to talk to each subject, a problem, our alternatives, our
Here-
policy, and our
Would you put it
plan
in
of
front of the
action.
podium so we could actually see it?
Okay.
And
Like
then
I
you
said.
probably wanna turn it, although the kids know what it says.
So we have 47 kids going to the State House tomorrow. That's quite more than half of the 6th grade that's going. But we have a representative here today to explain a little bit about what we're doing and how we do it. So go ahead.
The main purpose of the Project Citizen is to educate students in the knowledge and skills needed to participate intelligently and willingly in the democratic process. The goal of Project Citizen is to identify problem in your community and try to affect change.
After much discussion, we settled on a topic of voter turnout in our town and how to increase voter participation. Historically, Holbrook has a low voter turnout, on average less than 25%.
This is especially meaningful to us this year, as the vote for the new school building is taking place in November. We have been tracking election trends, surveying teachers and parents and students who are on the verge of voting.
We have discovered that over 40% of our parents are not registered to vote, and over 60% do not vote in town elections.
Ms. Tara, the town clerk, has said these numbers are consistent with her town-wide voting projections.
Recent moves, not being able to get to town hall, being busy, or being not interested are some of the responses we got in our survey of why people who are eligible have not registered to vote.
This is why we decided maybe we could influence people to do their civic duty.
This has been an exciting year to study and discover voter registration and participation. We have been tracking the election reform bill passed through the House and Senate. On May 22, 2014, Governor Patrick signed this into law.
It allows online voter registration, early voting, and pre-registration of 16 and 17-year-olds, among other things. This bill is not effective until 2016.
In the meantime, Holbrook is facing a huge vote in November that will have a major impact on the future of our education. That is why we decided to see if we can make a difference. We have proposed to Dr. Lally that in our fall registration packets that we send home to every parent, we include a voter registration card. We feel providing this to the parents' guardians and allow them to return to school will take away the fact that people say they're too busy to do this.
Mrs. Tarara supports this plan and said we can collect the return forms and drop them off at Town Hall. We received approval from Dr. Lally to proceed with this.
Throughout this school year, we have run many voter registration drives. At Back to School Night in September, we got new registrations from 20 people. We put our registration forms at the 6th grade volleyball game, parent-teacher conferences, and the spring concert.
In closing, we would like to send a note home to parents, guardians, with the mission of this Civics Club project, with the attached quote from Theodore Roosevelt. Nobody will ever deprive the American people of the right to vote except the American people themselves, and that is not by voting.
By not voting. So that's what we're presenting.
Yeah, I'd just like to say, this isn't the first time the Civics Club has come to the school committee with a great idea. And I think you have another great idea. I think you guys are awesome. I really love what you're doing. And we need your help furthermore. So I appreciate it. And I want you to give us an update. Let us know how it's going, what you learned at the State House. I'd love to find out. So keep it up.